2019 Toyota Corolla XSE. We got 2019, if our Apple wants to focus, there we go. And this is YF refrigerant. Now, as I'm going to charge this, I'm down here for the shop doing this for a body shop. The customer's coming to pick it up. It's all detailed, ready to go. This is the last procedure, but one thing out of the corner of my eye, what do I notice? Do you notice something wrong instantly when you're looking around down here? Take a look at that reservoir. The coolant reservoir is level as, see, here's your hose right here. The coolant reservoir is right at the level of this hose. And since I know they did a whole front core clip support and everything, they did a radiator, a new condenser. First thing I go, okay, I know they didn't use vacuum purging. It's just the old guy filling it up, running the engine, saying it's good enough for government work. So you come down to the radiator hose and you squeeze. Now, when the hose for the radiator, the big main hose, is filled up with pure water, there's no air, it's no volume of air, like the hose is halfway filled up, and then up here will be air, and then down there will be solid water. When you squeeze the hose, there will be a feeling and a sound. If it's pure water, there'll be no sloshing sound. But when you have air in there, let's see if the camera can pick this up. I don't know, the camera can't pick that up, especially in stereo. My ears, right over here, right where the top of the neck goes into, right into the top right here, I get, it sounds like air bubbles. It's nothing but air bubbles moving up there, not much fluid. It's very soft and squishy. It doesn't have the feel of a solid column of resistance of water. This swishes back and forth, and you could see it went down a little bit. I could hear and actually see that the air bubbles are coming out of here. Now, it's harder to get to the lower hose, but when I did, I started scraping my hands up and putting marks on my hands. I squeezed the hose, it's bubbles. The customer's coming to pick this up right now, and they're good to go. They already checked this out as okay. It's not okay. This happens so much in body shops because they're old school and they don't read. And you know, they're supposed to get, I don't know if this is like 7/10 or whatever, or 9/10 to do a proper coolant purge and adjust on this vehicle, but they just did it like everybody else does, just pour it in there and let it bubble a little bit, and that must be good enough to go. But this is the scenario you get, and what you'll get, sometimes the customer may notice it and it may not be no problem. We're in winter right now, it's not hot, but the coolant will agitate with the water pump and turn into foam, and foam doesn't pump, and that's where you get problems. And so I'm going to let one of the technicians know he needs to come back here and properly purge this system out. I wonder where the purge points are on this thing, because I don't think they don't have a vacuum. They don't have a vacuum purge at this place. And if you just handed it to them, they can't read the instructions. That's the other thing I know, and they don't know how to operate one. And some of these places don't even know coolant vacuum purge even exists. They've never even heard of it. We're going into the 22nd century, dude. Come on. But yeah, our industry needs a little help, and I'm going to make sure they don't have a comeback here and let them know. I'll see you guys. Always check when a car comes to your shop. If you're a mechanical shop and a body shop takes a car over to you, teach your technicians, your younger guys, to check the coolant level if it's in a front end accident, because the last thing you want is to have a body shop car and it overheats on one of your technicians while he's driving it back to the body shop, unless they're coming picking it up, or while your technician is letting it idle while he's doing something else on it. The last thing you want to do is call up the body shop and say, hey, your car overheated on us over here. It needs a head gasket now. See you guys.